So when I buy toilet paper, and yes, it's that part of the show. I always get the 4-pack because I don't want people to think I poop a lot. Or rather, I don't want people to know that I poop a lot. But is it just me, or is anyone else skeptical of that 4-pack of toilet paper somehow being the equivalent of like 48 regular rolls? What is a regular roll, and when can we just redefine what that is? And honestly, I want to go bigger, like those public toilets that have a tire. I want to be toilet paper rolling on 22s. But 2-ply, not that single-ply stuff. I don't care how poor I ever get, I will skip a meal if necessary to buy the 2-ply stuff. And if I'm ever in a bathroom that has single-ply, I will use twice as many squares plus 1 as a matter of principle, so that the guy buying those will realize maybe that wasn't such a smart decision. Of course, it will probably reinforce him buying the cheap stuff anyway. Here's a little tip for you in the bathroom. If I'm ever in a hurry in the bathroom, I will pre-rip sets of 4 squares, 9 if it's single-ply, and put them on my knee during the business portion of the transaction, so that when the wiping time comes, I can knock that out really quickly. Feel free to use it. Feel free to use it. I try not to be in a hurry, though, because I like my privacy. I will wait until the entire bathroom is cleared before I go. Which is a great plan, unless someone else is doing the exact same thing. And this is really where Ayn Rand's philosophy breaks down. If we're all acting in our own self-interests, we're going to be sitting in the bathroom all day. Which will give you plenty of time to read Atlas Shrugged. I read it once. It took me 6.5 years, and I think I just summarized it there. So, the other problem with sitting there is the auto-flush toilets that they have nowadays. Sometimes they'll go off before you're finished, and sometimes it makes me wonder if I'm using the toilet differently than everyone else is. I don't think I am. I'm just going to run this by you. When I pee, I do this, pretty normal, and when I poop. There is some splash. I'm not going to touch that. That's disgusting. The best thing in the bathroom. Girls don't have to deal with this. It's simultaneously the best and the worst thing. Is the old guy at the urinal pulling one of these. Or sometimes 2 hands. And I don't know if when I get older I will develop whatever skill or control or whatever it is that lets that be possible, but I sure hope so. Has anyone ever TP'd a TP? Probably not, because I don't think they had toilet paper then or there. But I also wonder if they had like an outhouse TP for privacy, and if so, was it called a PPTP? Again, probably not. I think they spoke a different language. So when I leave the bathroom, I wash my hands and dry them. Not everyone does, but when I walk out in the hall, if I see someone, I'll pull one of these. Just to cement in their minds that I am a hand washer. You don't want to get that reputation around the office. Especially if you're the IT guy and you're touching everyone's keyboards. But anyway, so the other day I was at a friend's house and I was drinking out of cup. I'll demonstrate for you. And my friend points out a warning on the bottom of the cup, and it said on there, "Do not use if pregnant." How is that not a deal breaker? And we've got a lot of proven cup making techniques. Why not just go with glass? And you know some poor like 16-year-old girl is drinking water so that she can take a pregnancy test, and then she sees that and her head explodes. So I also recently saw a commercial for a pregnancy test that advertised it that it could be used any time of day. And maybe there's something about pregnancy tests or the woman's body that I don't know that makes that make sense. But all I could think was, I guess all other pregnancy tests are solar powered. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a large gap in my knowledge about a woman's body, because my parents never had the talk with me. Instead, they left a book on the subject on my bookshelf. Not on my desk or my bed where I would definitely find it, but hidden in my bookshelf where I don't know how long it sat there before I found it 3 weeks ago. No, I found it around age 12 or so, at which point I'm not going to do extra reading. So I looked at some of the pictures. That actually turned out to be a little more confusing to me because somehow 12-year-old Chris was under the impression that only Jewish boys get circumcised, and that I, as a non-Jewish boy, was not circumcised. And I apologize if this is letting everyone imagine my penis a little more. But the book had a page in there that compared, it had an illustration of circumcised and uncircumcised penises, and I thought the captions were wrong for many years. And I wish you could see my face when I realized that. But that threw the entire book into doubt. I thought, and which is why for many years I was worried that I might pee inside of a girl during sex. Sometimes when you're walking in the city, I will find myself walking behind a girl who's walking alone, and she'll get kind of nervous that you're back there, and sometimes she'll turn around and check you out to see if you're a threat. And if that ever happens to me, I always try to yawn. Because in my worldview, you don't yawn right before you rape someone. That's my good deed for the day.